Have you ever had that dream of writing a book to really cement yourself as an authority? But then that little voice creeps in, worrying if it might just collect dust on a shelf? Introducing the 12 Days of Bookmas. 12 days of free checklists that together form a powerful blueprint to turn your expertise into a magnet for clients. Let's dive right in. First, let's talk about the expert's dilemma. It's a story you've probably heard before, right? A super smart expert pours everything they have into a book and crickets. Not a single new client. Nothing. Why does that happen so often? At this point, I bet you're nodding your head. And you know what? You're not alone. A book can be an incredible tool for building your credibility. But, and this is a big but, there's this one hurdle that trips up almost everyone who tries. A successful business book isn't just you writing down everything you know. It has to be architected. It's built on a strategy right from the very first spark of an idea. Without that foundation, you just have a bunch of information, not something that's actually going to grow your business. So how do we actually build that foundation? It all kicks off with finding that one winning idea. And yeah, passion is important. You gotta have it. But for a book that's meant to grow your business, that passion has to line up with purpose and profit. Before you even think about chapters, you have to ask yourself these three things. 1, am I personally excited about this topic? 2, does this idea actually help my business goals? And 3, maybe the most important, does it give my reader a real, tangible transformation? If you can say yes to all 3, you might just have a winner on your hands. You can filter your ideas more quickly with this next 3-question test. Ask yourself, can I talk about this topic for a year and not get bored to tears? 2, does talking about this naturally make people interested in my services? And 3, what's my unique spin? This isn't about finding some topic no one's ever heard of. It's about finding your unique take. And that's the million-dollar question, isn't it? I mean, you could have an idea that you're super passionate about, that totally fits your business. But if nobody out there is actually looking for that solution, your book's gonna fall flat. So how do you know? How do you validate your idea? The good news is you don't have to guess. You can run these really simple, low-risk tests. 1, post a few tips from your idea on social media and see what gets a reaction. What gets traction? What are people leaning into? 2, look at similar books on Amazon, especially those that are doing well and have 4 to 5 stars. What are the reviewers complaining is missing? Or, and this one is a little bit harder for some folks, just straight up ask your audience what they're struggling with. These little tests give you real-world data, and they turn your idea from just a hope into something that's actually been validated. So once you've got your validated idea, the whole focus shifts. It's not just about what you know anymore. It's about how you deliver that knowledge to really connect with someone and help them change. And that means you have to go from being the expert to being the messenger. The expert mindset is all about, look how smart I am. Let me impress you. But the messenger mindset says, I see where you're at. Let me show you how I can help. It's about being present and guiding them, not just performing for them. That's how you build real authority. To be a great messenger, you have to make the reader the hero of the story. Your book isn't really about you. It's about them. And your job is to map out their journey from the pain points they're feeling right now, all the way to where they desperately want to be. Your book becomes their trusted guide on that incredible journey. Now, this little sentence, it's your North Star for the entire project. If you can't finish this sentence with a super clear, specific, and compelling outcome, your message isn't sharp enough yet. This sentence is your book's promise. It's the result you're delivering in the book, and it becomes the rock-solid foundation for your whole outline. So now you have a validated idea and a crystal clear message. What's next? It's time for the fun part, building the structure. This is where you architect your book so it doesn't just teach. It also naturally pulls in your perfect clients. I want you to think about your book structure like it's the blueprint for a giant skyscraper. It has to be strong, it has to be logical, and it has to be designed with a clear purpose. You'll find that the most powerful business books are all built around a core framework, a signature system that makes your ideas easy to remember and, most importantly, easy to act on. This signature framework is your secret sauce. It's your unique method, your intellectual property. Maybe it's a 3-step process. Maybe it's a 5-part model. It doesn't matter. You give that framework a catchy name and you build your chapters around it. Suddenly, you've created something that is uniquely yours. It's what people will remember, and it's what future clients will pay you to help them implement. Inside that framework, you start weaving in these little tools. Case studies are huge. They prove your stuff actually works. Exercises give readers a little taste of what it's like to work with you. And a clear call to action at the end that doesn't feel like a sales pitch, but like the helpful, logical next step for someone who's totally engaged. So you've done all the hard strategic work. The blueprint is done. The book is written, but this last stage is so critical. This is what separates a book that's just finished from a book that's ready to go out and do its job. So before you hit that launch button, there are a few final checks you've got to make. Think of this less like a to-do list and more like a confidence checklist. 1. Have real people from your target audience read it and said, "Yes, this solves my problem." That's your proof. 2. Is the copy professionally polished and shows that you respect your reader? And 3, can a total stranger understand the value of your book just from reading the back cover description? That's your marketing dialed in. When you can check these boxes, you know your book isn't just done, it's client ready. And when you boil it all down, a book that truly builds a business doesn't just happen by accident. It's created by design. It starts with a strategic idea. It's built on a clear promise of transformation for your reader. And it's all structured to showcase your unique authority. Every single step is intentional. And this is your next step question. What is the one book only you can write for your clients? Your unique experience, your specific framework, your own personal passion has all prepared you to write a book that nobody else can. And by following a blueprint like the one in the 12 Days of Bookmas, you can make sure that your book actually finds people who need it the most, your future clients. Sign up on this page and get 12 daily checklists that will take you from "I want to write a book to grow my business" to prepared to launch it and grow your business.